Welcome to Carmen Hub Radio, where music meets conversation. 24/7, broadcasting around the clock. Carmen Hub Radio is your new favorite destination for an unforgettable blend of soul-stirring music, unfiltered talk, and vibrant energy, any time of day or night. Chart-topping hits to underground gems, and from heart-to-heart chats to bold, thought-provoking discussions, we keep it real, we keep it live, and we keep it going. Tune in for electrifying music from every genre and corner of the world, lively interviews, deep dives, and community-driven conversation. Morning grooves, and everything in between, whether you're working, relaxing, driving, or dancing in your kitchen. Carmen Hub Radio is always here for you. Turn up the volume. Feel the connection. Stay with the Hub. Carmen Hub Radio, all day, all night, always on. Middle Eastern cuisine has survived and evolved for nearly 4,000 years. But here's what's truly mind-blowing. These ancient cooking techniques might actually hold the key to solving modern health and sustainability challenges.
That's fascinating. We're essentially talking about cooking methods that date back to 1750 BC, right? How did these traditions manage to stay relevant for so long?
Well, what's really interesting is that these ancient Babylonians and Persians weren't just cooking. They were developing an entire culinary science. They documented everything, from precise spice combinations to medicinal properties. These weren't just recipes. They were essentially ancient textbooks.
So these weren't just random combinations of ingredients. What made their approach so special?
You know what's fascinating? They understood something we're only now rediscovering: the power of slow cooking and layering flavors. Take their spice blends, for instance. Za'atar isn't just throwing together thyme, sumac, and sesame seeds. It's about precise ratios that have been perfected over thousands of years.
And these traditions somehow made their way to American kitchens? That's quite a journey.
Oh yeah, and the statistics are pretty remarkable. By the early 21st century, about 63% of Americans were familiar with Middle Eastern cuisine, and among those who tried it, the majority absolutely loved it. That's a huge shift from just a few decades ago.
Well, what really strikes me is how perfectly these ancient methods align with modern health trends. Like, they were doing farm-to-table and plant-forward cooking thousands of years before it became trendy.
Exactly right. And let me give you a specific example. Take something like gourmet sabzi, this incredible Persian stew. It's packed with herbs like parsley, cilantro, and fenugreek, slow-cooked with beans and dried lime. It's basically everything modern nutritionists recommend. Plant-based protein, complex flavors, minimal processing.
So if these methods are so effective, why aren't more people using them in their everyday cooking?
Well, I think part of it is that we've been conditioned to think quick and easy is better. But here's the thing. These traditional methods actually solve a lot of modern problems. They make vegetables taste amazing, they're naturally healthy, and they're incredibly sustainable.
You know what's interesting about that? The way these cooking methods seem to create this perfect bridge between tradition and innovation.
Absolutely right. And let's talk about how these techniques are being adapted. Modern chefs are taking traditional spice blends like Baharat and using them in completely new ways. They're applying slow cooking techniques to local ingredients. It's like this beautiful fusion of ancient wisdom and modern creativity.
That reminds me, you mentioned earlier about the medicinal properties. Could you elaborate on that?
Oh man, this is where it gets really interesting. These ancient cultures documented how specific spices, like turmeric, cumin, and cardamom, had distinct health benefits. And now, modern science is actually backing up what they knew thousands of years ago. Studies are showing these spices have anti-inflammatory properties, aid digestion, and even have antimicrobial effects.
That's such a powerful validation of traditional knowledge.
And you know what's really exciting? We're seeing this huge surge in interest in these traditional methods, especially among younger cooks who are looking for more sustainable and healthy ways to eat. The data shows that Middle Eastern cuisine is one of the fastest-growing food trends in America.
Looking ahead, what do you think this means for the future of cooking?
I think we're going to see even more integration of these traditional methods into modern kitchens. But what's really exciting is how these techniques are being adapted to address contemporary challenges, everything from climate change to public health.
That really brings it full circle. From ancient wisdom to modern solutions.
You know, at the end of the day, what makes these cooking traditions so powerful is their ability to adapt while staying true to their core principles. They've survived for thousands of years, not because they're stuck in the past, but because they're constantly evolving while maintaining what matters most, creating delicious, healthy food that brings people together. Welcome to Carmen Hub Radio, where music meets conversation. 24/7, broadcasting around the clock, Carmen Hub Radio is your new favorite destination for an unforgettable blend of soul-stirring music, unfiltered talk, and vibrant energy, any time of day or night. From chart-topping hits to underground gems, and from heart-to-heart chats to bold, thought-provoking discussions, we keep it real, we keep it live, and we keep it going. Tune in for electrifying music from every genre and corner of the world, lively interviews, deep dives, and community-driven conversations. late-night vibes, morning grooves, and everything in between, whether you're working, relaxing, driving, or dancing in your kitchen. Carmen Hub Radio is always here for you. Turn up the volume. Feel the connection. Stay with the hub. Carmen Hub Radio, all day, all night, always on. Welcome to today's journey, where we explore the beautiful tapestry of Middle Eastern traditions flourishing far from home, right here in the USA and Europe. I'm your host, Cameron, inviting you to pause for a moment and step into a world where culture, memory, and new beginnings meet. Imagine walking through a neighborhood street in a Western city. A subtle scent of cardamom and rose water drifts from a bakery. The gentle call to prayer hums softly in the background, and children laugh as they play in a park decorated with strings of colorful lanterns for a festival. These are not distant scenes. They are everyday realities for millions of Middle Eastern immigrants who carry their rich heritage with them, carefully, lovingly, as they build new lives. But how do these traditions survive and evolve thousands of miles away from the ancient cities and warm homes they originated in? How do immigrant families find balance between honoring their past and embracing their new surroundings? Today, we'll explore these questions through stories, reflections, and the voices of those living this bridge between worlds. Let's consider the power of food, perhaps the most tangible and beloved link to homeland. For many immigrants, cooking traditional meals is more than nourishment. It is an act of remembrance and identity. A simple plate of makluba, or mujadara, carries the stories of grandmothers, village gatherings, and celebrations that stretch back generations. I spoke with Noor, a Syrian immigrant living in Chicago, who shared with me her Sunday ritual, preparing kibbeh with her family, a recipe passed down from her grandmother in Aleppo. For Noor, the aroma fills the home with warmth and history, but it also brings the family closer together. She said, "Even though we are far from Syria, this meal keeps us connected to each other and to where we come from." These family traditions are often adapted to their new environment, blending local ingredients or adjusting to new tastes. Yet, the essence remains, a living thread linking past and present. Beyond the kitchen, festivals are another vital way Middle Eastern communities maintain their cultural heartbeat. Whether it's Eid al-Fitr, Nowruz, or Mawlid, celebrations serve as gatherings that strengthen community bonds and offer younger generations a chance to experience their heritage firsthand. In cities like Dearborn, Michigan, or London's Edgware Road, you'll find vibrant festival bazaars, complete with traditional music, dances, and crafts. A sensory feast that invites curiosity and joy. These events are also bridges to the broader society, inviting neighbors from diverse backgrounds to witness and appreciate Middle Eastern culture. Language, too, plays a central role. Many immigrant families strive to teach Arabic, Kurdish, Farsi, or other native languages to their children. This effort is about more than communication. It is about preserving identity and history embedded in words and poetry. There are weekend schools and cultural centers across the U.S. and Europe dedicated to language and arts, where children learn not just the alphabet, but stories, songs, and the pride of their heritage. Imagine a classroom filled with laughter as children recite ancient poetry, bridging centuries with their voices. Yet, this path is not without challenges. Balancing dual identities can sometimes lead to tension between parents eager to preserve tradition and children eager to fit into their new societies. Many young adults navigate this delicate dance with grace, creating unique hybrid identities that honor both worlds. In fact, this blending has given rise to a beautiful cultural fusion. Artists, musicians, and writers of Middle Eastern descent are creating works that reflect their hybrid experiences. From hip-hop beats infused with Arabic instruments to contemporary visual art inspired by traditional motifs, these creative expressions enrich the cultural landscape of their adopted countries. One such artist, Layla, a Lebanese-American painter, describes her work as a conversation between my roots and my life here, a bridge across time and place. Through her art, she invites viewers to explore the complexity and beauty of immigrant identity. So, what does it mean to carry tradition in a new land? It means holding on and letting go, remembering and reinventing. It means a continuous dialogue between generations, between cultures, and within ourselves. For Middle Eastern immigrants, tradition is both anchor and sail, grounding them in their history while propelling them toward new horizons. Thank you for joining me on this quiet journey into the heart of cultural resilience and adaptation. I hope it has inspired you to look around your own neighborhoods and appreciate the stories and traditions woven into your community's fabric. Until next time, this is Cameron, reminding you that culture is a bridge, not a barrier, and that in every shared meal, every festival light, and every spoken word, we find connection.